We have.
So this meeting is recorded. This meeting is recorded. This meeting will be published on YouTube channel for advertisement purposes, just for you to let you know that most likely your name won't appear, but it is published on YouTube. I'm gonna share my screen and start my presentation about sounds and letters in Chechen language. So before you start, if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself or use the chat. Okay, so Rayan, if you do you want to translate into French? It's up to you.
I mean, yeah, I will probably just translate it to French, and then later make the second meeting just for the people who want to come and make it like private, okay?
So do you want me to pause after each?
Yeah, I will translate for you.
Okay. Okay. All right. So this presentation is used in our course for lesson 1. In our course, lesson 1 starts with alphabet and phonetics, and we introduce all the alphabet, which is behind me here, all the Chechen alphabet in lesson 1. And usually we have practice for the sounds, for all the letters. Lesson 1 in our course is usually like it's very big. It introduces all the letters. We are going to skip many letters today and focus only on those letters that typically our learners have difficulty saying, pronouncing. So this meeting is very relaxed, unofficial. You can jump in anytime, unmute yourself, talk about the sounds, or ask clarifying questions whenever you need to do so. It's very relaxed and not stress-free. We will focus on about 10 letters that our learners typically have difficulty pronouncing and saying. So one of those letters and sounds is r, r. Rayan, when I do this, you see what I'm circling right now?
Yeah,
okay.
I see.
You see my cursor, the pointer.
Oui, yes.
Mm-hmm. So r, I'm gonna maybe use annotator for better. So r, r. This letter is very similar to French r, r. It's the same. A lot of people struggle saying it, especially those who do not speak French and who never tried to say French r. R comes from the from your throat. Imagine you are rinsing your throat with water. You put water in it and that comes from the throat right here. I'll be using the picture of the structure of our mouth and speaking, organs later. But right now it's for you to practice as if you had water and you were rinsing your throat. So the Chechen words that have this letter and sound is roemer, roemer, r, roemer, roelaks, doch. R, r. The best for you to practice the difficult Chechen sounds is to try to say it very hard. Even though in Chechen language, native speakers do not say it too hard, we have, for instance, I, as a native speaker, I say roemer. Instead of roemer, I say roemer. It's very light, but for the beginners, it's always good practice to say it as hard as possible in the beginning of their journey learning language. So this is the best practice for you to roemer, very hard, roelaks, doch. Rayan, go ahead.
Alors ici, on a le son r, qui est finalement vraiment similaire au son français, au R français r. Il est un peu plus accentué. Après, comme l'a expliqué Reda, voilà, quand on parle rapidement, etc., on ne va pas l'accentuer autant qu'il faudrait l'accentuer, c'est-à-dire qu'on va dire roumar à la place de roumar. Voilà, ce son est finalement très proche du français ou du gargarisme, comme l'a expliqué Reda avec l'eau, quand on fait ce son-là, voilà, on arrive facilement à le faire. Bon, c'est pas trop un problème pour les étudiants qui parlent français. Roumar, roularch, dour. You can go ahead.
Guys, do you have any questions related to r?
Do we have some students who want to try to read? Nope, they're quiet.
That's okay. We're gonna move ahead. My next focus is going to be on this sound and letter All right, so this letter is not a very popular letter in Chechen language. And if you don't master it, you will be okay, because we have very few words that have this letter in and sound. So when you try to say is your major organ that works for that sound is the lips. They are hard, like connected and stressed in the beginning. It's like you are trying to say like schwa, and then you connect your lips together to produce the label, if I'm not mistaken. Right? It's stressed out. So there are, if I'm not mistaken, there are only 8 words that have this letter in Chechen language. So this is yelg, yelg, and yelg, and piand are both organs of human body. Pielg is finger, piand is rib. So is written as you see like like this letter is pa, as you know, maybe not. So, and then this is letter a. Together they make a new letter, which is Anyone want to try to say it? Rayan, go ahead.
Alors, le son ici, donc c'est 2 lettres qui forment ce son. Donc, le son P, comme dans toi ou Pieter. Ici, on rajoute derrière le A qui forme en fait ce son qui est un P beaucoup plus amplifié, comme dans ilg and. Ilg and. Donc, vous mettez vos lèvres ensemble et vous faites en sorte que le son passe très vite et très fort. You can go ahead.
Any questions about If there are no questions, I'm going to move to letter and sound Right. So here we have It is k, like English K, right? It's very similar to English K. K plus that again, letter in Chechen language acts like sign to create new letters. It's when you write that which I'm talking about, it's like a stick. You can use English small L on keyboard or number 1. Usually in social media, you will see number 1 used for that, because in spoken, in daily communication, people don't bother changing their keyboard to English. But in books, you will always see this stick as English small l. That's how you're going to write it in professional settings, in books, in study books, and in our presentations, you will most likely see it as small English l, a stick. So this letter is you don't use your lips, teeth are not connected. I'm going to show the picture of the speech organs to kind of explain this sound. Stop sharing. Okay, so here we have the speech organs. So when you say I personally feel stress right here, around here. I feel like my tongue in the back goes up here. It's connected in the beginning. Then I release the air through my mouth. I don't use my teeth. I don't use my lips to say that sound. I just use this area to connect my tongue with the, what is this called? These are very professional names, Rayan. I don't even know how to say those because I am very bad in science, biology. We did study this in our linguistics course, but it was very light. It was different, other names other than these. We used different names for the sounds.
Really back of the what's the word in English for stiggle?
Very good question. Yeah, I don't really know. These are very professional. These are like science words, but we are talking about the top of your mouth in the back right here. That's when you connect your tongue to say sound. There is not much air, by the way, coming out when you try to say it. It's just slight air. It's a bit of air. It's not much air. It's not like or no. It's like is obviously consonant, but it's also I guess I need to look up some information about the names. It's affricative, fricatives. There are so many different names for sounds in the world, but now you know that you use the back of your throat. This is your tongue, goes that and releases a bit of air. Okay, Ryan, go ahead.
Alors, on était du coup sur le son E. E qui est finalement la fusion, encore une fois, de 2 lettres, du K normal et du son A. Donc, pour faire ce son, vous devez en fait faire taper l'arrière de votre langue sur l'arrière de votre palais. E, E, E. Et l'air doit sortir rapidement. Et vraiment, on doit entendre un espèce de claquement. Donc, c'est comme un K, K, K. Mais votre langue doit taper à l'arrière de votre palais, ce qui va faire You can go ahead.
So I'm gonna start another letter. If you guys don't have any questions, we're gonna go ahead and introduce another difficult sound letter, which is similar to but it's of course a different letter, even though it looks similar. That's I think has been the hardest for our learners since they struggle to say this So is created by, the simple k plus this sign. In Chechen language, we call it chorherk. In Russian, it's tвердый знак. It doesn't exist in English language. It's just another letter that separately exists in Chechen language. It's right here. I don't know if you see, this is hark. It is like schwa, guys. In Chechen language, hark separately from other, from is different letter that created by two letters. But when hark stands alone, it's schwa. Schwa is a short sound of like it's but very short. Right? It's no air comes from your mouth, but when it stands alone, it's This letter is So now, since it stands with k and created a new letter, we're gonna call it k. It's right here. It's k. For instance, in the word olam, book. The difference between the one I introduced a few minutes ago, and is that is deeper in your throat than is a bit fronter. Now you're gonna use your tongue deeper, sticking to the wall of your throat. It's almost not right here, but it's somewhere like deep inside of your throat. It's olam, book. Your lips are relaxed, teeth are relaxed, and the only thing you stress out is your throat. Ryan.
Ok, alors ici, donc on a la lettre E. Qu'est-ce que c'est? La lettre, c'est un mélange entre du coup le K et le son E, qui est un son en fait à la base une lettre russe, mais que nous, on utilise pour créer nos lettres qui ne sont pas dans l'alphabet russe. Donc, ce son, il est un peu comme le K qu'on a vu tout à l'heure, sauf que votre langue va venir taper vraiment encore plus bas dans votre gorge. Pour moi, c'est vraiment un mélange entre le K et le K. Finalement, Reda, what do you think? Maybe it's is actually K closer to K or to K?
It's closer to K, Ryan, because K happens right here, as shown on my screen. But K is deeper, it's right here. But the system is the same. You use your tongue the same way in both. K is a bit different, but
Don't
in this
you think
case,
the tongue hits the same place in K than in K? No, not really.
K has a different stress. I feel when I say K, my tongue and my throat are not completely connected in the beginning. K and K, I have like that stress too much when I connect them together. It's closed and then I open it quickly. My tongue separates from the throat quickly. When I say K, it's a bit open and then I separate slowly.
It's not stress. Ok.
No.
Alors, du coup, voilà, la différence entre le K et le A, finalement, c'est l'intensité de la tension que vous allez mettre dans la gorge. Donc ici, quand vous allez faire votre A, vous tapez votre langue à l'arrière de votre palais, alors que quand vous allez faire votre A, vous tapez votre langue vraiment dans la gorge. C'est à peu près la même lettre, c'est juste que la langue ne tape pas au même endroit dans la gorge, qui crée un son vraiment différent pour le coup. Can you go back on the presentation?
Do you see it,
Donc ici, on avait les mots olam et bouk. En fait, donc vous voyez quand vous faites le son olam, vous tapez vraiment l'arrière de votre langue dans l'arrière de votre gorge. You can go ahead.
So now the sound and the letter you mentioned, Rayan, we're gonna practice ka, ha, ha. Ha is similar to ka and ka in terms of that we don't use our lips, we don't use our teeth, we use our throat and we use our tongue initially to close it first, but have some space in between and slowly, without any much stress here, to open it up. Ha, ha, ha. ha. This letter is made up of two letters, which is k and h. K and h. K, ha, ha, ha. In words like kok, hill, hill, kok, hill. Go ahead.
Donc ici, comme je l'ai mentionné tout à l'heure, on a la lettre Q, qui moi me fait énormément penser à l'arabe dans la lettre Qaf. Je trouve que c'est très similaire. Donc, les exemples qu'on a ici, c'est Qoq et Qel. En fait, la différence, vraiment, c'est que, comme on a vu dans la lettre A, quand vous tapez l'arrière de votre gorge, ici, on ne la tape pas, mais le son se passe exactement au même endroit, dans la même zone. Donc, vous avez, sans appuyer vraiment dans votre gorge, votre langue qui tape à l'arrière de votre gorge. Donc, Qa, Qa, Qa. You can go ahead.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to review two more letters and we will end it there. Today our focus is consonants. And we're going to go ahead and focus on So this is made of, again, that acts like different letters. I mean, it's a stick with this t creates a new letter, which is uh, 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 uh. So I'm gonna show you the language organs again. Sorry, where did it go? So in order to explain this sound, when I say I start with my teeth and my tongue right here. I start the sound there, right here. I connect my teeth and my tongue is touching the bottom of my teeth right here. When I try to say, it's like saying t, like t, in word, for instance, t, tar, t, ts in English, t, t, right? T. But what is the difference between t and t is that I also stress out the back of my throat, like right here. This area is similar when I say or it's the same area, like around here, okay, around here. I stress it out after when I start with teeth. It's like I'm trying to say t, but then instead of going ahead and saying t, I right away I stress out my throat and I produce sound such a you see, I start with the front and then I go deep to my throat. It's like I'm trying to say t and at the same time. Go ahead, Ryan.
Ok, alors donc la lettre qu'on est en train de voir ici, c'est la lettre T. En fait, donc au niveau, donc, dans votre bouche, il y a deux endroits qui sont sollicités pour cette lettre. La première, donc c'est l'avant des dents. Donc ici, comme on peut voir, c'est la fusion de deux lettres encore une fois, donc le T et le E. Et en fait, donc vous allez à l'avant de votre dent, à l'avant de votre bouche, faire pression entre vos dents et votre langue. Et d'un autre côté, au niveau de votre gorge, ouvrir la gorge pour prononcer le son A. A. Can you go on the draw? Donc, comme l'a montré Reda ici, à l'avant des dents, on va taper la langue contre ces dernières. C'est vraiment, en fait, juste derrière les incisives de devant. Et d'un autre côté, on ouvre la gorge et on prononce très légèrement le son A. 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 can
So
go
I
ahead.
understood a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna look at the last sound and letter today, and then we will have some time for questions if our learners have any. So now we're gonna look at the same system here. Imagine you are trying to say ch, like Chechen language. Ch, you are starting with ch, but adding the stress as well as, you know, in ts, it's the same. Like ch, ch. It's trying to say ch and at the same time. Or is the same. Ch, ch, char, chab, char, chab. Okay, ch. I'm gonna show you the areas where it's gonna be pretty easy for you because you already know how to say ch, right? So you know how to say ch, you use your lips, ch, 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 and then you stress out right here again, this somewhere here, this area as if you were trying to say or it's ch, 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 ch. Go ahead, Ryan.
Donc la lettre ici, c'est le son ch. Du coup, c'est encore une fois la fusion entre le son ch et le son a. Donc ici, comme exemple, on avait char, chab. Donc, qu'est-ce qui se passe en fait au niveau de ces deux lettres? Can you go on the draw, please? Donc, on a d'un côté le son ch, 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 qui se passe donc vraiment à l'avant de la bouche, au niveau langue contre palais. Et de l'autre côté, on doit le faire sonner un petit peu, donc avec le à l'arrière, voilà, et ouvrir encore une fois la gorge pour prononcer un peu le son A, donc tcha, tcha, tcha. Do we have time for one other letter?
Oh, well, no, let's let
Or
them
let's
ask
wait for
questions.
questions.
Because we have like 5 minutes left. Wayne and Serena, you can introduce yourself if you want. We are not forcing you, but if you would like to, and share anything related to sounds and alphabet.
Hey everybody, I'm Wayne. I also go by Hakan. Yeah, just taking this as a chance to work on my pronunciation and learn Chechen. So it's about it, really simple.
Really nice. So you're in the course, right? Okay. Interesting. For how long have you been studying Chechen language?
I've been trying to learn for years and stuff, but it's really hard to find material on it. So I kind of like stopped learning for a number of years, just focusing on work. And then recently I figured, all right, let me try again. I looked around and I ended up finding this course, and that's kind of how I kind of kickstarted that back up again.
Wayne, I have good news for you. In New York in 2024, September, my book will come out with co-author who has been working with me on this book like for 4 years. This book has all the information you need.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'll be advertising it, and Hippocrene Books will be selling it on their website as well.
Oh, cool. Looking forward to it, though.
Serena,
pardon. Est-ce que vous aimeriez vous présenter, nous parler un petit peu du cours?
Bonjour, moi je veux bien me présenter, mais du coup, avant